Hey everyone, sorry for the delay, but I am here. We are talking about Ready to Love. Okay, I was just about to say people are just being loud and rude in the house, but we are here. Um, Today was rough. I got up out the bed. I tried to hop up out the bed, and my knee just gave out. Like my knee just gave out on me. It's stiff. I can barely move it. It's so painful. Um, and it looks like my computer's having a lag. So just bear with me. Hopefully you can hear me. If you can hear me and you're in the chat, let me know you can hear me good because it looks like there's a little lag on my end. But we're going to still get into it. I came here just for y'all. I didn't want to cancel. We're just going to get through the pain and laugh at this reunion together. I think laughter is good for the soul. It's going to make me feel better. I did not want to go to the doctor and get no bill in the mail for them not doing nothing and telling me to get some ibuprofen, okay? Let me see who's here already. If you are here, drop down in the chat. Let me know you're here. Replay gang, be sure to like the video. Hey, Shakira. Thanks for stopping by. I'm sure you probably already heard that my knee is just... I didn't do anything. I didn't jump up and down. I didn't do nothing. I literally just went to get out the bed and my knee just said, no, ma'am. You can't be moving too fast. Like, don't be moving too hasty. You're not in your 20s. You're not even in your early 30s, child. Just take it slow. And I was like, let me go to the gym and try to move it around. I didn't, nope. After sitting there all day at work, I said, you know what? This leg is locking up on me. Let me just hurry up and come down to the YouTube, talk about Ready to Love, and try to sleep this off. So let's just go ahead and not waste too much more time. Let's get into it. Listen, y'all know I'm gonna be having a bunch of clips or nothing like that. Y'all had enough time to watch the show. Y'all had enough time to watch the episode. Y'all know what the people looking like. The people we remember anyway, because half the people, I can't even remember them. I'm like, who are you? Oh, and shameless plug, and I'll probably bring this up again later on September 29th. I am interviewing Kiera. So drop down, put down any questions you may have for her. I wanted to wait until after part 2 came out. And she too was like, I really want to wait until part 2 comes out so I can speak freely. So I can't wait to hear what sis had to say. Okay. She looked beautiful at the reunion. To me, I think mostly everyone she looked all right. They look okay. Everybody looked fine. There's only a few looks that really stuck out to me. Mm-hmm. First one is Rocky. Rocky girl. Listen, underneath this wig, I'm a pixie girly too. I'm a pixie girly myself. Having a pixie's hard. You got to keep that thing up. You can't just be going around looking like a cotton ball whenever you feel like it. Like I just, in between styles, you can put a little relaxer in there. You can do. It's easy to put some little foam lotion, do a little swoop, a little finger wave. Just do something. It just looked like Rocky just be rolling around in the bed. She just get up and go. Like, Rocky, please, if you're going to have a pixie, get it done. Or go get you some braids or something else. Baby, no. Okay? It's looking a little too rough around the edges, the front and the back. I'm not liking it. Thank you, Shakira. I'm like, look, as long as I can drive and walk, I'll be all right. Roxy's hair bothered me. I want her to brush it down in the front and the back. Like, I know it was human on some of them scenes. And she was like, look, it's just looking how it's looking. But now we at the reunion. Everybody's hair got to be done at the reunion. I know people were talking about Rose's hair was giving a little, fluffy at the top. At least it was done. And I know she's a hairstylist, so y'all had high expectations. At least there was an attempt. Rocky looked like she's like, I'm looking how I always look. What you see is what you get. Rocky, no. Indiana, I ain't going to try to take you down, sis. Everybody already said it. The wig, no, ma'am. Beautiful, beautiful gowns, beautiful girl. Again, a short hair girl. Now, Deanna keep her short hair done. I guess she wanted to switch it up. That wig just wasn't it, okay? It wasn't it. I don't know if it was too heavy. I don't know what it was. It just wasn't it. I didn't like it. It's too much hair on her face. She don't need all that hair. But she already know that she's beautiful without it. It's not like these ladies look bad. We just didn't like the hair choices. That's all I'm saying. But I mean, overall, I think everybody looked fine. So enough of that. So we didn't even really spend too much time on, the niceties and, hey, how y'all doing? Tommy just got right into it this time. And we get into Angie's package. We see a clip of Cam and Angie on a park bench, and that's where Cam eliminated Angie. We didn't see it on the episode, but we seen it now. So Angie was watching her, talking about busting windows out of cars, and she was just chuckling it up, okay? Just giggling and laughing. She really thinks that busting windows out of cars is cute. Like, she thought it was funny at this big grown age. So Tommy asked, when's the last time she's done this? And she said like 5 years ago. 5 years ago, sis was 35. Like, you was far, I can't think of any age where it's okay to be doing that, but 35 is far too grown to be busting windows out of anybody's car, house, or anything else. Way too seasoned for that. Like, you need a tap. No, ma'am. No. But she jokes that it was a house window, which to me is even worse because that's even more expensive. And I know whoever that was don't ever want to talk to her again. So Tommy, he asks, why? Why are you doing this? What did you do it for? And she said, more importantly, what was done to cause this? Why did I feel the need to do this? Why did I have to do this? I actually am curious to know why she felt the need to. Like, what did they do? What did those men do that made her feel this way? But that don't justify nothing, okay? Nobody can make you do this. You doing this as you wanted to do it. You need to get some self-control, sister, okay? So Cam doesn't believe she changed. Hussein and Eddie gave her the benefit of the doubt. They gave her a whole lot of grace. Rose ain't getting no grace over there. Angie getting all the grace, okay? Eddie giving everybody grace, matter of fact. So Angie said these men wanted yes women. Basically Cam just wanted her to say what he wanted her to say. I do, see where she's coming from with that. But she don't really feel like she needed to change nothing. I don't believe she felt like she needed to change anything at all. But she did. She said, maybe I can be a little softer. Like, she was grasping at straws trying to think of something. And this lady is studying to be a therapist. This lady's studying to be a therapist. Eddie said that he likes her, rough all around the edges because he said the women are breadwinners nowadays. What did that have to do? What do women being breadwinners have to do with that? And Eddie, are you trying to be a kept man? What is that? What is that making noise? Okay, if y'all can hear that, just ignore it. I don't know if it's my fridge. I don't know. Anyway, but he said the women are the breadwinners nowadays. I didn't like it. Now I see why they got him up off of there quick, fast, and in a hurry, okay? Now, Angie said she speaks to the guys, the ones who were sitting on the couch, which was Eddie, who we forgot about, Cam, and Hussein. She speaks to them on occasion, platonically, but she said, now Khalil went to, shoot his shot, and he scored, okay? It was a three-pointer at that. That's what she said. What y'all think she meant by that? What did she mean? Like, because he was like, oh, she's saying we went on a date, but she was making it sound like it was more. I don't know. She's just trying to, let them know, like, listen, y'all ain't the only ones trying to be the only ones. I don't know what she meant. Let me see what's going on over here in the comments. Hey, Rhonda. Rhonda says Deanna needs to switch her hair back. Yes, please switch it back. Hey, Whit, thanks for stopping by. Angie says she'll bust another window out. She thinks it's cute. She does. She definitely looked like, and I'll do it again. And I dare you to say something about it. And what you going to do about it. And girl, no, that ain't it. That ain't it at all. Busting windows out of somebody's house is wild. Like, first of all, how does it even, like, where do you find a loose brick or whatever it is? Where is that laying around to even throw that through somebody's house? People got ring cameras and stuff. Like, she just don't care. Roxy worse than Angie because almost committing a crime is crazy. Oh, yeah, we going to get there. Eddie go home. Eddie said, I'm going to stretch out these 5 minutes of fame, okay? He said when he got eliminated, he thought he was going to be there longer. So now he got to make something shake at the reunion. And I ain't really mad at him because I would too. He just saying all the wrong stuff. Like, if you're going to be sitting up there, don't be saying how women are the breadwinner. Don't say that. Right. Laughing like it's funny to be damaging people's property. That stuff is not cheap. And in today's economy, please. It ain't worth the trouble for me. Hey, Stephen Harris. Thanks for stopping by. No, that's right. Okay, so backstage, Rose was all emotional to the point of tears. And I was like, wow, these men got you feeling like that? Like, I didn't know it was like that. Like, I thought this was only a couple weeks process, but clearly I missed something. So she tells Hussein they were supposed to be walking out on that stage together as a couple. From what I can see, it don't really look like there's no couples there, but that's just me speculating. We'll find out next week. But don't keep that in mind that Rose was saying her and Hussein was supposed to be together. We're going to remember that when we get to the end. So Tay was hyping Rose up, like, speak on it, girl. Say what you got to say about these men. And I'm going to give Rose this. People saying she was doing the most, she was sounding bitter. She kept part 1 interesting. Because if Rose wasn't out here in her feelings, what else would we be talking about? Truthfully. I'll give her that. So then we slide on into Rose package, and she's struggling. She said she's struggling sitting on the stage with men she once had feelings for. I don't know if she still does have feelings for them in this moment. It seems like she does. So Hussein said they ain't really put in enough time for him to move past the fact that her baby father was in prison, or still is, or I don't know where he at now, but he's somewhere. Rose said her son's father is out of sight, out of mind. She don't be thinking about that man. And I guess I can see how she cannot think about him because he is out of sight, out of mind, but at some point he gonna come to mind, okay? At some point. Now, I will give her, she said if she was trying to hide it, she wouldn't have mentioned it. And I said this in a previous review, and I will give her that. I don't think she was trying to like be malicious and really sneaky, trying to hide it. I mean, I don't think that some people just want to rush to tell either. She did have ample opportunity where she could have told. But when Hussein's cousin or brother, whichever one, asked her, where's your son's father? She told them. She could have easily said, he don't talk to his father. He don't got no relationship with his father, and left it. She made it clear what was going on. So when somebody asked, she did tell, which makes me think she wasn't trying to be sneaky about it. But Hussein didn't like it. She was like, well, we'll talk about it later. Like, he ain't like all that. And he felt embarrassed in front of his people. So Hussein mentioned Kiera and said Rose could have said it when Kiera said it. That is what I was thinking initially. Like, well, when Kiera shared, why didn't she? I don't know if Rose was in the room then. I ain't going back to watch that episode. I don't know. But she was like, look, Kiera's situation is hers, mine is mine. Don't compare the two. I don't got nothing to do with her or that. But Rose, that was a time since it was being mentioned to be like, hey, I too have a child's father in prison. Like, you could have just spit it out right then and there if he was around. And this is again, because we only see Kiera a few times here. Don't forget to submit them questions y'all want me to ask her if you got any questions for that interview coming up September 29th. And don't forget to like the video while y'all in here. Let's run these likes up, please. It's free 99. And do it for your girl because my knee is hurting. I'm sitting here in pain and suffering, trying to get through, okay? So, Rose, where did I leave off at? Rose says that she feels played. She said, I felt played like an MFer. And I don't know. I really don't think she should have been eliminated behind this. I think that this could have been a conversation, but they eliminated her because they didn't want her on there. This is what happens when the pick me don't get picked. Now she's starting to get, she's getting upset because she don't understand why they didn't pick her. Okay. But Rose said that Hussein should have defended her the same way Cam defended Sahara, and Hussein robbed her of her happy ending. One, Rose, it wasn't meant to be. That's why it didn't work out that way. If it was supposed to be your happy ending, it would have been. It wasn't because it wasn't supposed to be that. And two, bringing up Sahara wasn't necessary. You don't got to bring up nobody else to make your point. But Tommy defended Hussein. I do have to take Tommy, whatever he says, with a grain of salt, because we know he is a little biased when it comes to these reunions, and he always going to defend the men, always. But Hussein wasn't even texting nobody, so I don't think a long-term connection was there for him. Okay, let's see what we're seeing over here in the comment section. Rhonda said she didn't tell the ex of 13 years. I don't even think she was with him that long now. She said they was friends for 13 years, but they weren't together the whole time. But either way, well, she said he doesn't know a lot about her child's father. Not knowing a lot is one thing, but how are you with somebody and they don't know this? Like, I don't see how they cannot know this information. Like, where do you think the man is? Oh, hey, JB. Her son is 17, so it's not like they have to co-parent. Right. I mean, I understand wanting to know, but I didn't understand, like, the upset to the point of eliminating her. Like, and then it's y'all just date. Like, it's not like we're in a serious exclusive relationship and she hid something from you. Like, we are still getting to know each other. There is still time to find out this information. Hey, but check out JB Says What, and check out Just Rhonda. They reviewed Ready to Love as well on their channels. So be sure to check them out over there. Hey, gang. Was Rose even there for that convo when Kiera told the men that her baby father was in jail? I remember Angie or somebody else being there, but I'm not sure about Rose. I'm not sure, because when Hussein mentioned this in the episode when they had the conversation initially, I thought Rose said she wasn't there. But then in the reunion, she said that's Kiera's situation and hers alone. So I feel like if she wasn't there, then she don't need to bring it up. I don't know why Hussein said that. If she was around, she could have. But he still could have asked. Like, at some point, somebody could have asked some questions. Like, there's so many opportunities where she could have and should have said something, but somebody could have asked her. Rhonda said, Rose seems very jealous of Sahara. Yeah, because, I mean, I guess she feels like Sahara got, the kind of attention, and she got defended in the room and got to stay, and she feel like she should have got that because she put it all out there. Because she said, I have a connection with the men that y'all don't have. Whatever that is, obviously the connection wasn't that deep because Sahara made it to the end and she chose herself. While you was at home texting these men who let you go. So that's when Rose said, how can you judge me when you was incarcerated yourself? And Angie said, damn, Hussein, you was booked. And Hussein said that he went through a situation in college. He didn't feel comfortable expressing what that situation was per se, but he doesn't appreciate her throwing that in his face. And he said that's why men don't like sharing stuff, because women like to throw stuff in their face. Rose, you helping his case in this situation because you did take this opportunity to throw that in his face. That would just, I don't know. When she first said it, I'm like, okay, yeah, how can you judge if he was incarcerated? And then he said he wasn't incarcerated. Like, Rose, where did you get that from? Why did you think that he was? But clearly, at some point, there was a discussion had. At some point, they talked about a situation that involved the law. So in that moment, Rose could have said, okay, you know what? My son's father is in prison. So this is just, to me, another opportunity where Rose could have came out and said, hey, my son's father is locked up. And she didn't. So I don't know. It does seem like Hussein was a little judgmental, but again, I think it's more so because he felt and played. He felt a little embarrassed that she told this information in front of his people, and they was looking at him like, "Oh, you didn't know this?" But Rose mentioning that he was incarcerated without being 1,000% certain was crazy. Like, don't bring it. Just make her look bitter. I am curious to see what he told her, because he had to have told her something for her to think this, for her to think that he got locked up. Like, where is she getting this from? Something happened. But, I mean, bringing it up now, that was just, I don't know, it was a little tacky. Then Hussein went on to say that he didn't want to, continue things on with Angie, just be off the strength that Rose got eliminated. Angie said she thought they had a connection. And I'm like, how did you think that? I mean, I know she didn't see what we saw, but she's the one who said out her mouth that he don't text her don't return her calls, doesn't show interest or do bare minimum things that a man does when he's interested. She was better off keeping Eddie, honestly. But again, like I said, I don't think Hussein was looking for nothing serious. And Rose, girl, your true colors is coming out because she did all that. I don't know. Like I said, thinking she was gonna get picked, and when she didn't get picked, honey, the real Rose came out. Shakira said Cam is not even a prize for Rose to be creating drama over. Right. She came in there like, look, anybody can get it. JB said, but the men knew she had a son, so why didn't they ask? Yeah, they should have asked. Just as simply as his cousin said, oh, well, what's your son's relationship with his father? If that's all it took for her to come out and tell the truth, then obviously it didn't take much for her to come out and say it. Kay said, on one hand, Rose could have shared that info about her baby dad on her own at some point, but on the other hand, I can see not necessarily wanting to even think to volunteer that info if no one cared to ask. Yeah, I mean, that's how I feel. Especially, she said it was a triggering situation. She pushed it to the back of her mind for a reason. We don't know what that all entailed. So obviously it was a lot for her to bring it out. And she could have said, there could be many reasons where she's like, look, I'm not locked in with anybody. I didn't feel comfortable. Maybe she didn't want to expose that because her son is older. It's not like she's a little kid. Her son is older. She's on national TV. Maybe she didn't want to embarrass her son. There's so many reasons why maybe she didn't want to mention this prior to. But when she said it, I feel like this all could have been resolved with a little communication, some conversation. But they just wanted Hussein, I feel like, was just over it and was ready to go. I don't know what happened when they shared a room at that getaway, but whatever it was, he was like, look, I'm good and I'm ready to go. But shout it out loud, Cam is no prize at all. Woo, Deborah. Well, thanks for stopping by. Tell us how you really feel. Cam, we ain't up off you yet. We got a whole lot left to talk about. Let me flip these pages. Got a couple of notes in here about you. JB says, the way he acted, you would think she was currently behind. I'm saying he was acting like she got locked up. Like, listen, she said, my baby father is in prison. He committed the crime. He's doing the time. She's out and free. Like, I feel like some men contradict themselves. It's like, oh, I don't want to deal with baby daddy drama. You ain't got to deal with him now. He's gone. But, they wanted her out of there. Hey, 2022 girl. It seemed like Hussein didn't really reach out consistently with the ladies, so they probably had a lot of texting and superficial conversations. That's what I'm thinking. The only thing that's helping Hussein's case for me is when Rose mentioned that situation, thought that she thought she ate with that. It just made her look crazy. Because, girl, what was he telling you? You didn't think in whatever conversation that was about his college days, you didn't think that was a time to say, well, you know what? My son's father's in prison. Like, there was ample time where she could have mentioned it. She just didn't. So, but again, all he had to do was ask. And Cam didn't ask. So clearly, nobody asked. Rhonda said, Rose said she is really cool with her baby dad. Ex, she is like her son's godmother. Okay. I didn't know Rose was out there doing interviews. I got to go find that. Kay said, I feel like Hussein just wanted an excuse out with Rose so he wouldn't have to move forward with her. I think so too. I think Hussein was going to pick himself regardless, and that was his out. Like, he was like, I really don't want none of y'all. Even his out with Angie, like, oh, now that Rose left, I'm just so torn up about it. You don't want to tell her to get gone. You kicked her to the curb. You're the reason she's out. Like, yeah, Cam delivered the message, but you put the nail in the coffin. Oh, hold on. Hey, Brandy. Shout out to my girl, Brandy Yvonne, out there doing big things, getting her doctorate degree. But hopefully she'll be back on these YouTube streets real soon after she get done with all her studying and schooling and everything. But happy to see you in the chat. Brandy said, I just heard on another live that on an interview, Hussein shared that Rose offered him some pharmaceuticals at the trip. Allegedly. Hussein. Well, let me find out what was going on. He said that turned him off. Not saved, sanctified, filled with the Holy Ghost. Rose, let me find out you really got like you're like a rose bush full of thorns, child. Ooh wee. Well, this is all alleged. Okay, let me just everything is said is alleged. This is all alleged. We don't know nothing to be fact. Okay, but she was really crying a lot backstage. I said, what was she? Was she sipping on something? Shakira said, what? So that's what he was talking about on that IG post. IG post. You know, maybe I need to get my ear a little closer to these streets. Because once I turn the show off, I don't really be knowing too much about what's going on. I just turn the TV off and go. But clearly, there was a lot going on. Rose didn't volunteer because she wanted to look perfect and was trying to get chose. And it was so obvious. Like, I just, you know, that's why I really liked Sahara. I know she got a lot of flack. But be yourself. Trying to do things that you think will help a man pick you. If you being to pick me, and this is just in general, not Rose specifically, but we're just going to use Rose right now. If you think being the pick me is going to get you picked, then you wouldn't be out here on these dating streets. You would have already been chose. You would already have a man. Trying to put yourself out there and be like, I got this connection that he don't got with nobody else. Says who? Not these men. These men didn't say none of that. That's what you said. And now they sent you home. You ain't that connection that you thought you had. Cam was collecting Pokemon. It is just such a turn of events. Because when Cam got there the first episode, I knew for sure he was going to be gone by episode 3 or 4. But, child, who would have thought? Hey, Candy Love. Candy, I thought you was live. I thought Candy Love was alive right now. Candy Love just did Beauty in Black with Tamika's Den. So if y'all watch Beauty in Black, be sure to check that out. Rhonda said Rose was lit at that reunion and was. Brandy said, thanks, girl. Yes, I'm doing schoolwork while listening to these lives. Well, thank you for multitasking. Okay, so let's get back to this review. So we see True. And I said, who's True? Y'all had to jog my memory. We didn't need a whole lot. Some of these people we just... But I guess to fill up time. So we get into Google Doc number gate. I thought it was called like a Google Voice number. Like Google Doc is like something I think I use at work. But I mean, okay, whatever. True said that was her real number. First of all, Naeem, if it wasn't her real number, so what? What is the upset? What is this? Like, did the producers tell y'all to do this? Why are you upset that she gave you a Google number? She don't know y'all. Y'all were strangers. Y'all just met. I'd have been like, here goes my Instagram. You could DM me on TikTok until I feel comfortable giving you my number. I'm going to give you my number. And she said, if she would have just been like, you know what? I don't feel comfortable giving you my number for safety reasons. All he can do is respect it. But then he acting like, oh, I seen you had an iPhone, but I seen a green bubble. I hate a green bubble too. I hate a green bubble. It messes up group chats. It just, stuff you can't. I try to send my mama got an Android. I tried to send her a video. I couldn't send it. I had to break it in pieces. There's really no reason to have an Android in 2025. But that's neither here nor there. That don't got nothing to do with nothing. But this Google Voice number is ridiculous. She wasn't comfortable yet. And instead of you getting her comfortable, so she felt like giving you the real number, you jumping on her because she gave you a fake number. Like, it's not that deep, sir. You got 5 kids and you worry about this. But I digress. So Khalil said that it wasn't a number that bothered him. It was the fact that she lied about her age. And True was like, I told you my age. Yeah, later on when you remembered the fake age that you made up, allegedly. But it's on TV, beloved. You know you said this stuff. You know this stuff was on camera. You know you was mic'd up, right? Let me tell you something. True is a 35 lie. True ain't 30 nothing. True ain't been in her 30s in some years, okay? True ain't been 30 anything for a while. And it's okay. It's all right. You don't got to be ashamed of your age, sister. Like, it's fine. Like, it is okay. And she said that, Khalil was gauging women's ages to see if they were childbearing age. What's wrong with that? Like, okay, and yeah, he was. He said, I'm not ready to have children right now. I want to wait a few years. So that's why he was asking ages. Like, and she could have said, look, she could have just told her real age and been like, you know what, I'm okay with it. If she was fine waiting a couple years, she could have said, I'm fine with it. You know, women are having children later in life now. Ashanti, Janet Jackson. I mean, the list goes on. But she could have said, with modern day medicine, we have a child later. Like, I'm fine with that. This could have been a conversation if she was honest. But she couldn't even remember what her industry age is. Like, okay, first you lied and said that Google voice number is your real number. Now you're lying about your age, talking about you're 35. Maybe 10 years ago, but not today's day, sweetheart. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Not dressing like that with that fur, you ain't 30 nothing. Or 40 nothing. I mean, like 40 something is kind of pushing it. I feel like it's like late 40s. And that's no shade. Just, it's okay. It's 2025. All this, don't ask a woman her age. It is okay to get older. It's okay to be your age. Like, every year is a blessing, okay? People don't get to see what a lot of, whatever age y'all are right now, there's a lot of people that didn't get to whatever age you are today's date. So there's no need to be ashamed. And if he's trying to gauge people because he want to see who's childbearing age, that's his right. She's like, it's called ready to love, not ready to see who's childbearing age. Well, isn't that a part of it? Look, if he's not the right one for you, that's fine. Just be like, you know what, you're not it for me, and move on. But again, Tay was 35. Deanna was in her 30s. He still talked to them. So, I don't know. The truth, just stop lying. You're terrible at lying, okay? Don't lie because you're terrible at it. Okay, let me see what's going on with these comments. Candy says she's going live at 9:30. Oh, okay. Well, thanks for stopping by, Candy. I'll be over there when we done over here. Shakira said, I want to know who the guy with the braids in the back was. I forgot his name, too. Y'all going to have to make me pull up these cast photos to jog my memory. Even Coley was sitting up there, and I didn't even remember who she was for a minute until they showed her little scene. Kay said, Brandy, who live was that info about? Hussein and Rose on asking for a friend? Wait, what y'all talking about? Hey, Chris. Oh, excuse me. I caught the replay for Chris Ready to Love Live earlier this morning. It was funny, okay? Be sure to check it out, okay? Because it was a good live. I think Chris was asking, like, do they always do 2 cities back to back? And JB said this on his live as well. Normally they do the same, like, state. Like, I know they was in Texas a lot, but y'all know Tommy's from Texas. So one time they did Dallas, Fort Worth, and then they did Houston a couple times. Usually they do like the same state and usually the same city twice. But I heard Philly was one and done. You know, Philly is my neck of the woods. They always struggling to find men, but they were struggling to cast, if you can't tell, this season. So I heard Philly was one and done, and we moving right on to Chicago. And I'm fine with it. Okay. I am fine with that. Chris said, whose lies about being 35? Okay. He's talking about something. I'm grown. Girl, you a grown-up lie. Allegedly. JB says, I just want her to sell her real age. And yes, I hate the green bubble too. Yeah, the green bubble just, I mean, it's no shade, but shade. Kay said, True literally lied about everything. Her age, the Google voice number, even where she from. I'm from Philly. And to me, she definitely sounds like she from New York. I don't know why she can't just tell the truth. I don't know where she sounds like she from, but, well, she did say something about, you know, she been there since, you know, Meek Mill had the nappy braids, that lock. But, I mean, where was you living at before that? Before we even knew who Meek Mill was, where was you? Oh, you're welcome, Chris. Chris said, I want them to do Chicago. I heard they are next. I heard so too. And the streets did say, somebody told me, I can't remember who told me. Somebody told me, if you want to chat, just say hey. But somebody told me that one of the cast members from the Never Ever Mets was supposed to be on Ready to Love. Now that I don't want to see. Like, let's get some new people, okay? Yeah, everybody's ready for Chicago. Chicago ain't really had nothing good going on since Black Ink Crew Chicago. Whatever happened to that? So after we got up off True, so they play a little game. I ain't take no notes on the game because who cares? I mean, it was a cute little game, but clearly they ain't have a whole lot going on. Okay. JB said Philly need to be one and done. Yeah, Philly did need to be one and done. Just like we could have scrapped that Dallas Fort Worth last season, that we ain't need that. Sometimes we gotta know when to say when. Like every season should just be somewhere new. We ain't got to do 2 seasons in one city. Just let it be new and fresh. Okay, so exactly. True Not Slick. She definitely in New York or Jersey before me came out. I don't care. Rhonda said even the ladies in the back know that she lied. Everybody said that she was lying. The producers is like, The cameraman was shaking his head. Yes. She's a lie. And the truth ain't in true. Okay. So they guess who said what. Kiera said that Cam looks like a Ninja Turtle. And then the producer said, which one? And she gonna say Donatello to be exact. Not you picking a turtle. Oh, yes. When Kiera come up here to do the interview, I'm going to have to ask her, why? Why she say he looked like Donatello out of all the Ninja Turtles, okay? But, I can see it. I can see it. There's no Cam shade. I'm just saying I can see it. Rocky admitted that she slashed tires and threw bowling balls at people's head. What's going on with the women in Philly and the violence? What is going on with the violence? Like slashing tires is one thing, but throwing a bowling ball at somebody's head is nasty work. Nasty work. Like, girl, she gonna say, I thought this was a safe space. No, you need to be in a safe space behind bars. You better be glad whoever that was didn't call the law. Okay. Put her in the back of the paddy wagon, cuffs locked on wrists. Okay. So Fritz said that he was afraid of Sahara. Who's surprised about that? Like, no shock there. Chris said, how do you feel about having a new host? Should Tommy go? I like Tommy hosting the show, like the regular season. Because I do feel like he's a staple. Like, when I see him, then I just think, okay, it's Ready to Love. Like, we don't need the host doing too much during the show. But during the reunion, it may be time to get somebody else up in there. I mean, they can call me. I'll do it. I come up there, just tell me. I'll be like Andy Cohen, send me an email of any questions or concerns y'all may have. But we had somebody fill in that one time when the panorama was going in. And they said that woman's normally a good host. I can't remember her name, but shout out to you, sister. I didn't think she did a good job. Like, I did not really like when she was up there. So I don't know who they're going to, they need somebody who actually watches the show. Not somebody who is filling in and don't really know what's going on. People who can't get control of the cast. So they was running amok in that Ready to Love Palace that season. I watched every season of Ready to Love. So I need people who understand the concept, know what's going on. Because the cast love to be like, I never even watched the show. I never even heard of it. Stop lying. Okay. Say what I said. Get somebody on there who knows what's going on. Shakira said, how did Rocky even make it to the show with her reputation? Oh, Lord. It wasn't even her reputation. She done told her herself, unprovoked. I don't know what the question was, but yes, a female host to balance him out. He used to bring his wife on there, and I thought she would bring balance, but she don't really say nothing. She just be there. I guess he don't want her talking too much. She might expose that they only been married for 7 seconds, but together for 156 years. JB said Black Ink Chicago was canceled, and Ryan's shop is closed. I didn't know his shop was closed. Brandy said, Kay, it was on the Regular Guys Random Thoughts live review of the reunion. Somebody in the chat mentioned the interview and the stuff. It's an interview on YouTube. Okay, shout out to them. I never heard of them, but shout out to them. Y'all be sure to go over there and hear what Hussein had to say, y'all. So, we transitioned into Fritz storyline. I didn't think he had enough going on to have a whole package for him, but okay. Why he has a segment, I don't know. So the ladies don't believe that Fritz, they don't believe Fritz when he said he's not into poly. They don't believe him. I don't believe him either, but that's my opinion. And they said that Fritz was copying and pasting text messages, okay? He was sending, grand rising to everybody. Just copy and paste. Click, boom to everybody. Y'all remember when they first started like DMs on IG and they you could like send the thing to multiple people and guys was getting caught up because they would send like the copy and paste text to everybody all at the same time. So then everybody could see like, oh, now I can see everybody you talking to because you done exposed yourself. When they first got DM on IG, then these men didn't know what to do. But he said, look, I just thought we was here to have fun. Sir, it's called Ready to Love. Like, what did you think this was? Caston, where do y'all find these men? Like, I know it was a struggle. But was there no one else? Nobody else. Okay. So Fritz claims that he wasn't trying to coerce people to vote Sahara out. Everybody wanted to vote Sahara out organically on their own free will. Cam, Cisco, and the footage say that's a lie. Like, we heard you. Again, y'all had on microphones and cameras were filming y'all. Like, I'm gonna be. So Cam said that he went to bat for Sahara because she was his connection. And Shanice chimed in, even though nobody was talking to her, and said that's not what he told her when he was calling her on the phone, asking for advice, asking who we should send home. And she said he's fake, a fraud, a phony, and he was playing games. And apparently she said she was going on vacation, and he asked to come with her and be her boy toy. These ninjas is so cheap. Oh my God. Ugh. Ugh. Now she's trying to come with her already paid for vacation. Like, you want her to pay for your ticket too? Okay. He said it was a joke. And she said, where was the LOL? Where was the ha ha ha? You are a firefighter, not no comedian. Like, this is not Def Comedy Jam. What do you think this is? So after they went back and forth, Fritz confirmed that Shanice is his woman. I said, I know that's right. But that was clear as day to me, because if you remember, before he got eliminated, they was kissing on the mouth. So clearly they the first people who kissed on the show. They locked lips, and she was going way too hard. So I mean, it's pretty evident that something was going on with these two, because why was she going that hard when nobody was talking to her? She said that he prays for her. Look, he like Polly. She don't like clothes. They like it. I love it. Okay, good for them. All right, let's see what's going on. Shakira said, I need Cisco to bring a mini fan next episode. Poor man was sweating too much. Sweating with velvet is crazy. You know what? I keep me a little fan in my purse. Kay said, I want us to have a convo about Fritz being low-key anti-Black. This is all alleged. And that's why he was disgusted by Sahara's personality, in my opinion. She was too authentically Philly Black ghetto for him. Yeah, I think he thought she was a little too rough around the edges for him. He definitely thought that she was a little direct for him. You know, everybody is not everybody's cup of tea. That's why I did appreciate Cam, even though he was playing games, that he kind of stood up for her. But he also used it to his advantage, like, okay, well, I'm the one that wants her, so I can, pretty much do whatever I want because I'm the one defending her. And that I didn't like. I like how she chose herself. Like, look, Sahara know her worth, whether some of these other men know it or not. Chris said, I don't trust a man who uses Grand Rising as a greeting, very Umar-ish. And you can't trust that Dr. Umar, because whatever happened to that school, no one knows. Hey, D. Shout out to D Movie Man. I am still waiting on that. You know what? I ain't even going to say. I'm waiting on some reviews. Stalking your channel. Okay? Shout out to D Movie Man. D said, Tommy is always going to be Captain Save a Nignog. Super biased. Super. Tommy don't even try to hide it. And don't let them be frat brothers. Oh, my goodness. He don't care. You could do no wrong. Okay? JB said, Chris, Nicole, yes, Ryan shop been closed. I didn't know either. I also forgot all about them when that show stopped coming on. Okay, y'all getting messy about Black Ink Group, but we gonna move along. Okay, moving forward. Shout out to my sis, Miss Misha. JB said Chris Nicole, I think, is closed after that. Okay. So backstage, Sahar and Cam, or she asked Cam about the text to Shanice. Cam said he did ask her, like it was actually towards the end, before they had their last date on the boat or near the boat by the water. He asked her, like, who should he pick? But, they weren't on good terms, so he didn't say her name. But, he was just calling her for advice. And he said that Shanice was begging to get his D, okay? And Sahara was like, well, let me see those texts. I want to see them text messages. Show all of us the text messages, Cam. I'm curious as well. But suddenly, Angie rudely interrupts and tells Cam to keep her name out his MFing mouth. And Cam told her, like, don't believe whatever they said. Don't believe what they saying. They just saying stuff about me. Okay, so that leads me to believe that Cam knew exactly who said what. Because he responded like he knew who said it. So he knows what's going on. That means he was pillow talking, allegedly, in my opinion. Sahara believes that it was Rose, so she did say that. So her and Angie walk away, and Angie confirms it was Rose. Rose just loose lip, honey, just chatty patty doing all the talking. They go and talk on the side, and allegedly Cam told Rose that Angie was aggressive with her ex. I mean, is it far-fetched? Like, is it hard to believe? I mean, girl, you're upset at the truth? Like, I don't understand. I mean, but okay. We don't know what's going on. We wasn't there, but from let you tell it, Angie, you said you was aggressive. That's what busting windows out of the car is, or out the house. So Sahara was like, well, do you want to talk to Cam? Do you want to, at least talk to him, let him lie to your face, like ask him so he can lie to you directly? That girl's a mess. So Angie calmed down and asked Cam, and of course he denied it, and he was like, but who said it? She ain't gonna give up her source. I can't stand when somebody give up their source, even though she said who the source was on camera, but she ain't say it to him on camera, and that's all that matters. So they hug it out. Next case. So on the Sahara and Cam segment, Sahara said that she and Cam agreed to try to work on things after the process, but he, of course, continued to lack effort, not really put forth any type of communication effort, didn't plan no dates, didn't do nothing, just said good morning, and that's it. Cam said he attempted to contact Sahara, but she blocked him. So she was like, was this before or after I blocked you? And of course, Tommy was like, well, how can he contact you if you blocked him? Now I feel two ways. What is going on around here? Oh my God. The ghetto. Okay, let me try to project my voice and talk over top of that. What is going to turn? Whose car is that? Oh my God, is it my car? Child, it can't be my car. Oh my God, hold on. Whose car is that? Did I turn it off? Okay, hold on. I can't walk. My knee. Oh, my knee. Oh. Jesus. Okay. After I hobbled up and hurt my knee, they finally turned it off. I need to sit. That took a lot out of me, child. Oh, and they drained me. Okay, what was I talking about? Yeah, she said, okay, she blocked him. And it's like, yeah, how is he supposed to contact you if you blocked him? But my thing is this, I'm with Sahara. If he blocked you, or no, if you blocked him because he wasn't contacting you, leave him blocked. This is not the first time you tried with this man. You tried with him before and he didn't put forth effort while y'all were filming. You tried afterwards and he still didn't put forth effort. How many chances is he a cat? How many chances is he supposed to get? He don't need 9 lives. You know that he's playing games. There's no need to sit up there and try to talk to him any longer. Leave him on your block list. So Rose intervenes because nobody was asking her anything, so she just had to interject. And she told Sahara to be careful. Be careful, be careful, be careful. Rose said they dated after he eliminated her, which makes no sense to me, but okay. And Cam told Rose that he had a problem in the past with cheating. And Rose feels like he wants Polly because he wants whomever he's with to be okay with him stepping out on occasion. And he was like, oh, no, I didn't say that. That's what it sounded like you said to me. Because once he explained it, that's exactly what I got from it. So Cam told Rose that he had a problem in the past with cheating. He did admit that, but he was like, basically, I want the person who I'm with to be okay with me stepping out, basically. Like, if I feel the urge to step out, I want them to be okay with it. So that's what I got from it. That's what I gathered from it. Now, Rose, you as a saved and sanctified woman heard him say this, and you thought, I'm going to sleep with him. I'm going to give up the cat. That's what you gathered from it? Like, So Cam wants an open relationship from what I'm hearing, but only open for him, in my opinion. There's a one-sided openness. So Rose said, wait a minute. Now, in addition, she saw condom wrappers in Cam's home, but it wasn't the brand of condoms that they use. I said, everybody was like, wait a minute. Hold up. So Rose, what was all that crying that she was doing with Hussein earlier? You was doing all that crying about how it was supposed to be you and Hussein, but the whole time you was smashing Cam? Child. Rose said that Cam played in her face, and Angie was on the side thanking the Lord that he let her go. She said, ooh, I am so glad it wasn't me, child. And Rose asked Cam if he's expecting. And Tommy was acting all dense, talking about expecting what? You know what she means. You know exactly what she's expecting. And I'm just like, how did we get here, Rose? Because you claimed the man was using protection. So how did we get here? And Cam, how do you juggle all these women? We need to know. And we get left there on a cliffhanger. So, okay, now let me go back to any possibly missed comments. Chris said, that's why he protects Dusty, Cisco. They're noobs. Okay. You with the noobs now. Nee said, I put that review up last night, ma'am. I'm going to need you to tighten up. I didn't get no notification. So I got to go over there. You know, YouTube can be, don't tell you nothing. You just got to go over there and just see for yourself. Dee said, wearing a royal blue velvet blazer with your man chest showing and plenty of sweat, must, and crust gathering and dripping into those soup pits is diabolical. Bum Cisco says embarrassing himself. Oh, Lord, that's what D movie man said that. Hey, D Brown. Hey, Shana and chat. I'm late, but I'll catch the replay. Well, thanks for stopping by. Never too late, always right on time. Shakira said Rose should have kept sleeping with Cam a secret. If Rose is expecting, allegedly, then she wasn't using protection, so she must be lying. I don't think Rose is expecting. I hope not. Oh, my God. I don't know what to expect with Rose. I hope Rose ain't expecting. I don't know if she is, though, because she said it was using protection unless she lied. You heard this man tell you, yeah, I want to sleep with you and whoever else I feel like sleeping with. It could be your mama. It could be your cousin, too. It don't matter. And you got to be okay with it. She said, I'm not okay with it, but I'm going to keep sleeping with you. Like, help me to understand how that makes any lick of sense. But I don't know if she's just jumping to conclusions. She's just saying stuff just to be saying it. Just to be saying it. Like, because she already said Hussein got locked up and he said he didn't. So now she just looked like a liar. That like a lie. Kay said, baby, y'all eating Cisco and Cam up in this chat. Especially the movie man. My goodness. Ruthless. But yeah. So I'm like, what's going on with Rose and and Cam. And then Rose, who are you really more mad at? Are you more mad at Cam? Or are you more mad at Hussein? You wanted to walk out there hand in hand with Hussein, but then you were sleeping with Cam. And then you also mad. Who else was she mad at? Child, I don't know. Everybody. I think Rose was just gone out that liquor from what it seemed like to me. All the other stuff, I don't know about that. I don't know about it. It seemed like she was going off that liquor. She just exposing it all. Rose is upset. She tight. She mad because she gave up the goods. Her words. She told us we would have never known had she never said anything. She could have took that to the grave, but she wanted to share with everybody that she gave it up and still didn't get chose. I just don't understand the thought process of a pygmy, because you give it up and you do all this bending over backwards, literally and figuratively, and then you don't get picked. And then you up there, I feel like I got played like an MFer. Girl, you played yourself. You played yourself. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad y'all still here. I don't know what's going on with StreamYard. First, the neighbors, the cars is just beeping at all hours of the night. Okay, it is 9:30 at night, and now I just get randomly kicked off. Child, thank y'all for still being here. Anyway, like I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, Dee said, Lord, Rose admitting that she gave up the cookies to a man that clowned her on national television. When I tell you that's the jaws of life couldn't pry that information out of my mouth, stand up, okay? I would have dug that so deep in my grave, I would have forgot it happened. I would have forgot. I wouldn't even remember that it happened. And then Rose will tell us, when you saw the condom wrappers that weren't yours, what did Cam say? He kind of seemed like he made it clear. It seemed like I wasn't no couple. So, okay, you found condom wrappers. They weren't yours. Now what? Because he's telling you what it is. And Cam is the one who kicked you to the curb on TV. And you reward him with your cookie jar? Ooh, child. I mean, it's slim pickings and Philly, honey. Okay, options are few. We just out here sharing men. Okay. Kay said Rose did not need to share that with the class. Okay, like unprovoked. Nobody asked. Nobody was wondering. Nobody suspected. We trying to figure out how Cam and Sahara can get back. He's trying to spin the block and get that old thing back. And here come Rose sweating out her leave out to get this off her chest. She had to get this off. She knew Hussein was back there listening. Shakira said, that's what I said. I was taking that to the grave. I know that's right. Yeah, some things you just gotta hold close to the chest and not tell nobody. So you don't got to tell everybody everything. She don't tell stuff when she need to be telling it, like the fact that her baby father locked up. She want to tell when she don't need to be telling. You know, this is a cautionary tale of what not to do. They said they'd be sitting in there for hours on end. The people who I spoke to from last season, when I did interviews last season, I still, I'm cool with a lot of them. Shout out to y'all. They said they'd be sitting there for hours on end, 10, 12 hours, nothing to eat, just drinking. This is all alleged. This is what I heard. So she eating, drinking, not eating, ready, all emotional. She ready to tell it all. So did Rose sleep with Hussein and Kim in less than a week? Wait a minute. Not less than a week. How did we get that time frame? Shakira said it. I didn't say it. Now I don't know. Again, this is all speculation. We don't know nothing to be a fact. We only going off of what was said. But Rose and Hussein stayed in the same room and get away. And Rose said, if I just so happen to get up under his covers and get up in the bed and all that stuff, then so be it. Or it was something like that. I'm paraphrasing. She said something like that. Like, if I happen to slip and fall on top of him in the bed tonight, then it is what it is. She said something like that. Now we find out she slept with Cam. Did Hussein and Cam both get some and neither one of them picked you? My Lord, my God, today. Okay. Ooh, wee. I know Shakira, because I'm like, now that they both sleep with Rose, that's TBD. How long it took, we'll never know. I hope we'll never know. I mean, Rose is talking a lot. Take that one to the grave with you, sis. Don't tell nobody nothing else. We don't need to know. Please keep something private. Nothing's mysterious anymore. Nothing's secret anymore. Everybody knows everything now. Yeah, but that was where it was at. So next week we find out if the remaining potential couples, the ones who actually walked across the bridge, we're gonna find out if they're together. So Tay and Cisco, it's feeling, it's given that they not. We don't know. It seems like they aren't, but we'll find out next week. And Kiera and Jay, and again, there was so much space between them two. I mean, the tension was thick. You could cut it with 2 knives. It don't seem like they're together either. So we're going to find out next week. I don't know. Should we do another live next week? And then maybe I'll do a live next. Love and Marriage Huntsville ain't on. Thank goodness. So maybe we can do another live to discuss Ready to Love, part 2 of the finale next Saturday or Sunday. And next Monday, I need all hands on deck. So replay gang, everybody who's listening, dipping in and out. Thank y'all for stopping by. Be sure to be on that live when I interview Kiera. We need all hands on deck. We need questions asked, likes, shares, and all the things. It's free 99 for your girl. I appreciate it. But that was part 1. So I'm going to try to go ice this knee. Hopefully nobody's car goes off tonight so I can get some sleep. But meet me back here. Shakira said, am I watching Reasonable Doubt? I don't have Hulu, so no. But I heard it's good. I heard it's a good show. I want to watch it, but unless somebody give me their Hulu password, I ain't got it to give. Then I have to binge watch and get caught up to get to where we are now, child. I ain't gonna never get caught up. I'm still trying to get caught up on Raising Kanan. But nothing else is on. So, I mean, TV is lacking right now. So if y'all do have some more show suggestions, I'm open to seeing what else is out there. Bell Collective is coming, so I'll be reviewing that. And what else? I don't know. That's also to be determined. Check out the community tab. Like the video on your way out. Thanks everyone again for stopping by. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.